Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Salicia. If you are new here, I am Salicia. Today's video, based off of the title, is going to be a step-by-step tutorial on how to create a custom Acuity account for your scheduler. I myself am a hairstylist. I've been seeing this trending all over the internet and I love the way it looks. It's very clean, very easy for your clients to be able to see all the information, your policies, pretty much everything that they need to know before booking. It makes it very cute, aesthetically pleasing up front, so this way they know what they're getting themselves into before booking. So here I'm going to show you guys how I made my sister's Acuity account. Her name is Nail by Simone. She's a licensed nail tech in North Carolina. If you guys are in Raleigh, North Carolina, Cary, or Durham, please make sure you book her. She's one of the best. I'm going to show you guys my Acuity account first, because they both look very different from what I did for her and what I did for myself. I went for more of a darker theme, with mine being black. Let me show you. In hers, I went with a more white theme, as you're going to see here in the video. And I'm going to show you step by step how to do it. This is free. Go home, rewatch this video a million times with your Acuity account open, all the platforms that I use, and pretty much create your own. There is people out there that is offering these services. I'm also offering services too. If you don't want to do this and you watch the video and it's just too hard for you, you can contact me and I will make you one. But other than me, there's other people out there that is offering these services. I did make it myself because, being a business owner, I learned very early on that it's smarter to figure out how to do everything yourself and have a choice to do it yourself than to not know what's going on, not knowing how to customize things, and always having to dish out money to pay people for things. So I'm very hands-on with everything. I built my own website on Shopify. I built now my own Acuity account website. And I'm just very hands-on. I like to know what's going on, because yes, you can pay someone to do it, but then when it's time to change something, now you gotta go contact that person to pay them to change something that you should know. You know, if you wanna have someone do it, cool, but you should know how to go back and edit it and change whatever needs to be changed when that time comes. So yeah, I wanted to pretty much give you a tutorial because, like I said, this is a business savvy video, and it's for us entrepreneurs who want to get down into the mud and pull it out the mud ourselves and figure it out. It's very easy. If you are new to Canva, it can be a little annoying, but myself, I've been using it recently, this past couple months, and I've become more familiar with it. And it's not as bad as it was when I first found the application or the website or whatever. But now I love Canva. I use it for everything you can think of. That's like my go-to website for flyers, for my YouTube thumbnails, for everything. I use Canva. It's clutch. So make sure you go ahead and subscribe to their membership that they have. This is not a sponsored video. I don't even remember how much the subscription is, but I know I pay every month for it and it's worth it. I will say that it's worth it. I use it. I use all the features that it offers, and yeah, I think you should too. If you're an entrepreneur, someone who is starting a business, wanting to learn the ins and outs of everything, because when you're being a business owner, you need to learn how to put on a hat to every situation that needs to be applied to your business. Does that make sense? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below, let me know what questions you have. I will be in the comments talking back, answering all questions. Again, if you would like me to do it for you, you guys can hit me up on Instagram at I am Salicia. Make sure you follow me, DM me, and let me know what you want. And I'm even open to helping you, giving you advice on certain things without even doing it for you. So yeah, if you guys would like to see what I have created, continue watching. So for starters, you're gonna need to have access to canva.com or the app. They do have a subscription. I do not remember the price, but in order to have access to all the perks of the application, it is best to be subscribed. I am doing my sister's Acuity custom scheduler. She is a nail tech. I'm going to start off with using her logo. We're kind of going for a very simple theme, more so based off of her logo, so that's what I'm going to start with. I'm pretty much grabbing colors from her logo, which is more rose gold, soft pinks, and blushes, black. So I'm going to start off with clicking element, clicking the color of the element that I want to find, which is rose gold. And then whatever pops up that catches my eye is kind of what I'm going to go for. I'm going to start off with something a little triangle. So I'm going to start off with the square, and I'm going to pretty much angle it the way I want it to be and enlarge it and position it where I want it to be. The main thing with this is making sure everything is in line. Make sure you pay attention to the pink lines that pop up on your screen, because that is what's going to help make sure that everything is centered and perfect. And I'm just going to play around with it as much as need be to see the look that is given and make sure it is what I want. So as I'm playing around with this element piece, I'm going to position it in the back. So I'm going to hit the tab that says position, hit backwards, and that's going to put it behind the logo. Now that I see there's a square background on the logo, I'm going to click edit image, BG remover, which is background remover, and it's going to create a transparent background for this logo or image. You don't have to do this if you already have a logo with the transparent background. In this case, I couldn't find her logo that has that, so I just customize it here on the Canva application, which is a feature that has to be that you have to be subscribed in order to have access to. So I decided I didn't really like that square, so I'm going to change it, and I'm going to go back to my element tab, and I'm going to click a new square and create the triangle effect that I want. This one pretty much gave the look that I wanted it to give, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one. Again, I'm just going to adjust it, move it around, make sure that it is positioned in the way that I want it to be. Play around with it, enlarge, make sure everything is in line. And now we're going to move on to the next thing. So now I want to make sure that when doing a scheduler, you want to make sure that all the information is needed to book is available as soon as they log in. So as far as location, times, all of that, you want to make that first thing that's being seen. So I like this little gold, rose gold circle. So I'm going to use that, and I'm going to position it one to the left side and one to the right side of my first page that I'm doing here. And I actually like the size of it, so I'm not going to make the size any bigger or any smaller. I'm going to keep it the exact size that it is. I'm just moving it around to see exactly where I want it positioned. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to element, and I'm going to start labeling the policies that I want for her clients to see first. So the first thing I want them to see is location. So in my element, I'm going to type in location, and what you're going to see is a lot of different logos, and I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, but I'm going to go through these little GIFs or whatever and find the perfect one that goes with the concept. So like I said before, I'm going for rose golds, white, and black. So I'm going to look for an element picture that suits that. So I found this one, which is like a destination pin, and it has a heart in it because you want your clients to love where they are coming to get their nails or whatever the service is. And then secondly, I'm going to click element again, type in time, and I'm going to look for a time logo. So this way I'm able to put her time underneath. And really any clock works. That clock kind of stood out to me. I did go back and look and see if anything else stood out to me, but nothing else really popped out. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is keep the one that I originally started with, and I'm just going to play around with it and change the color because I felt like the black was a little too dark for what I was going for. So I'm going to click it, click the square at the top with the color, and I'm just going to change it to white. And I feel like that brightened it up a bit. So now that I have those two in place, I'm going to go ahead and add in the actual information. So I'm going to click the tab for text, add a text bar, and then I'm going to go ahead and add in the information that's needed. To make this easier, it's best to have all your information on a separate page, so this way you don't have to type everything out. And you'll just be able to copy and paste it into the text that you add to the page. So I'm just going to add her location here. Also going to go ahead and change the font and adjust the size of the font. And then I'm playing around, positioning it exactly where I want it to make sure that everything looks aesthetically pleasing to the eye, because obviously that is the goal here, to have everything custom and aesthetically pleasing, making it easier for our clients to be able to find the information that they need, allowing people to ask us less questions because everything is right there. So I'm going to go ahead and add this information for her location as well as her times of availability. And that's what I want to show up on the first page. So when doing this, you can go with whatever color theme you want. You can pick whatever font you want. You can do whatever you want to do. This is just what I'm doing. So this way I can keep the same size and the same font. I'm just going to copy that last text and just move it over, position it evenly to the last text. And I'm just going to copy all of the previous text and pretty much erase it and fill it in with the proper information for her time. That copy and pasting of the last text makes it easier. So this way you don't have to readjust the size and add the font type each time. You're just copying and pasting it, making it easier for you. More time, less time consuming, and just more efficient. You want to work smarter, not harder. So now that I'm done adding in all the information, I'm going to move on to my second page. On my second page that I'm going to show you guys how I make, I'm going to pretty much add a little bit about her, adding some photos of her work. For those who may not have found her on Instagram, it's be easier for them to see a couple of images of her work. So I'm going to add this set, which I thought was very simple, not too much. This set, which is very traditional, can go for any type of person style. And then for a third picture, I'm still going based off of her color theme, which is nudes and blacks and whites. So I'm going to click this picture. And what you want to make sure is that the pictures that you're choosing are easy to add to the page as far as like what the look is that you're doing. So I'm going for a very clean look. I want to be able to just show the hand and the nails. I don't really want anything showing in the background. So I'm going to take this picture and I'm going to edit the image. Again, I'm going to click BG remover, which is going to remove the background. And it's going to create a very clean image for pretty much making the nails pop. I don't want to see anything else but the nails. So that's what the BG remover was able to do, was remove the background for us and make it easier for us to focus on the nails. So once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and do that to all the rest of the pictures. Lastly, I'm going to do it to this third picture. I chose to go with 3 photos because I feel like it would be enough. Like I said, I want to go with a simple look, nothing too much. So again, I'm going to go in with this photo and click BG remover, remove the background. And as you can see here, I see too much of her shirt and all the other things that's in the background as far as her hand. And I'm just not a fan of it. So I'm going to delete it. And I'm going to pick a different photo. So with picking a photo, I want to make sure that her hands are not being shown in the background of these images because it's hard to customly remove that background. You can, but the time consumption is just too high to be trying to remove that. So if it's not giving what you need it to give after you use the BG remover and you don't want to sit there and do the little detailing of erasing it, just delete it and choose a different photo. So I'm going to go ahead and choose a next photo, which is pretty much still goes along with the theme of the neutrals that we're going for the concept of her page. And I'm going to select this one, which is soft pinks, whites, and a little bit of sparkle. It gives diversity as far as like what she's able to do for work. And as you can see in this photo, she had her name watermarked on it. So what I did was I clicked the BG eraser. After it erased the background, I clicked it a second time, and I'm going to go in and manually erase the rest of the things. Click done, and it's done. So now that that's done, it's a very clean concept All the nails are pretty much in focus. I don't have too much of a background. I'm going to start positioning these hands where I want them to be at on this page. Now here comes in a little bit more of the tedious work. You're going to start moving around your images, making sure that everything is exactly how you want it. Again, you can always go back and edit these pages. That's one thing I do love about Canva. Once you make a page, a flyer, or anything on this application, you're able to log back in at any time and make any adjustments that you would like to make. I love that. So take your time, but also remember that you can always go back and change anything. So now that I have those in position kind of how I want it to be, I am going to go ahead and start adding more of the information as far as who is Nail by Simone and what she does. So I'm going to go back to my element tab and I'm going to type in rose gold again. And I'm going to look for a rectangular object that I can use for like a section to put information. And I'm also going to click this splash or rose gold looking paint. So this way I can have a text kind of pop off of the page. You kind of just want to be very creative. The sky's the limit with this. Like I said, you can always erase and take away whatever you don't like. So I'm going to take this square and I'm going to move it to, well, this rectangle, and change the position of it so this way it's in the direction that I want it to be. I'm going to arrange a lot of the objects in the photo just so this way it's giving the look I want it to give. When you do this, you want to make sure everything is as close as it can be to the page. So this one, when you upload it to your Acuity, it's flush with the lines of the screen, if that makes sense. So now that I have everything in position, I'm going to go ahead and begin my text. So again, like I said before, you want to make sure that you already have this text kind of typed up somewhere so it makes this process go faster. You just copy and pasting it into the area that you want it to be. So now I am going to, once I'm done moving around these hands, because I want to make sure everything is like in alignment, I'm going to click the text tab and I'm going to add a text in, and I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste, like I said, what I already have typed up. And I want to continue to use the same font type and the same font size that I have been using throughout this whole process, which has been 44, and I have been using Anonymous Pro. And I'm going to size this paragraph to fit in the square that I've made on this page. You want to take your time with this. You want to make sure that everything is in alignment, and pay attention to the purple highlighter lines that pop up, because those are the lines that are going to make sure that everything is straight. You know, there also is that box that pops up with the degrees, 90 degrees, whatever. So this way you're also able to see if it's perfect. So nothing's off balance. Everything is A1. Now that is how I need it to be, I'm going to move on to the next thing, which is going to be adding the text above that rose gold splatter paint at the top of the page. So I am going to make this page called About. So like I said, it's going to say a little bit about Nail by Simone and what she offers as a service. So I'm going to go back to the text tab on the side of the page, and I'm going to select a font that pretty much stands out to me. So the cool thing about all the text templates is that you can also change the color to those, reposition them, make them a different size, and you can even change the font to them as well. You can, it's kind of like still in the style, but being able to change the font and making it your own. So no one page will ever be the same as long as you be creative. After adding that to the page, I kind of didn't like it, so I'm going to go ahead and look for something else. that kind of fits the concept of what I'm going for. So I'm going to select this one that says hello darling. I'm going to delete my old one, and I'm going to reposition that, and I'm going to begin typing in the new information that I want. So this one I want to say Nail by Simone, and the one that says hello, I'm going to change that to about. And what I'm going to do for both is I'm going to change the color to black, but I'm going to keep the font exactly how they are because I actually like the font the way it is. I'm just going to change the sizing and position it a little differently so this way it fits across that rose gold metallic looking paint design that's at the top of the page. And this is very simple, something that you can definitely do by yourself. Definitely rewatch this video, stop it, pause it, watch it as you're doing your page. Because like I said, it's very simple. I actually learned from watching a girl's YouTube video, but I had to watch like 4 different YouTube videos, watch some TikTok videos just to get how to do it because not everyone was given all the information. So that's why I decided to make my own video. So this way I'm not leaving anything out. So those are the 2 pages that I showed you guys how to make. Now I'm going to show you guys the 2 other pages that I made. I already did it off camera because I did not want this video to be long, but I just want to show you that with the element tab, you can really type in whatever you want and you'll get a lot of different logos and GIFs that pops up. You can type in payment to get the logo that I got here for our payment option, as far as, the deposit and being cash remaining for the balance. She's a nail tech, so I typed in nail tech in the element bar and it popped up with a whole bunch of different logos, like I said. So you don't have to go on Google and search for transparent background photos, all of that. As long as you have Canva, you'll be able to have access to all different kind of photos that can go with different business themes. So for her being a nail tech, I did type in nail tech and I clicked one of the images. With the images that come colored already, you can adjust the color. So you can literally make the hand black, you can make the hand purple, you can make the hand whatever color you want. I went with, like I said, a theme that goes with her logo, which is rose gold, white, and black. And I just thought this was so cool that you're able to change it to whatever color you want. Literally, if you want to make it look like you just specify doing black girl nails, or if you want to show that you're a black nail tech and you do different nails for different people, you can do that by adjusting the color. For the logo that I decided to use for her is this logo that has one person wearing gloves, well, the nail tech wearing gloves holding the drill, and then the client. I like this one because she is a nail tech and she does do acrylic. She does manicure, but she specifies and specializes in acrylic nails. So that's why I thought this one popped out most. And again, like I said, you can change the color to whatever color you want. You just hit the different tabs for color and you could change it however you like. Now, if you did change it too much and you don't know what color was what in the beginning and you want to adjust it or get rid of it or completely go back, just scroll all the way up to the top of your page and hit that arrow that's right next to resize. And you keep hitting it until it is back to its original state, erasing any changes that you made, and it'll reposition it back where you had it. So if you mess up, you can always go back and undo. Lastly, I'm gonna show you guys they even have social media logos. So this way, if you wanted to add like your Instagram, your YouTube, whatever it is you wanted to add on your Acuity scheduling, you can find it on the element tab. You do not need to Google anything. Everything is right here for you. And I love that about this app. Also, I want to go ahead and show you guys the resize option. So for this, I chose to use the 1700 by 1920 for the width and the height. And I did choose this because she's using 4 pages. For my personal page, I only use 3, so I use the 1920 by 1920. But you do have to customize it based on the amount of information that you use. You can change it. Only thing you have to do is type in the size you want and click copy and resize, and it'll save your footage to another page and you're able to save it. When you go to save it, you just click share, download, and then you just click what you want it to be. So you want to make sure that all 4 of your pages are selected. And then once that's done, you can go ahead and pick the format that you want it saved in. You can save it in PNG or you can save it in SVG, which is pretty much the same type of quality. Just for the Acuity upload, it's kind of easier, depending on how many pages you have, to do it in SVG, which is what I saved hers in, because like I said, she had 4 pages, a lot of information. And when I uploaded it the first time, it was too large. So this time it fit perfectly when I did it that way. Do what works best for you. Again, play around. Whatever doesn't work, you can always change and go back. Please comment down below and let me know if you guys have any questions. We could talk about it. DM me. I'm open to giving any information where I can. That's why I made this video. So yeah, let's carry on. So once you have downloaded your images, you are going to move along onto going to your Acuity website. Acuity website is very easy. You want to log in. You want to click customize appearance. Once you're on that page, you want to go ahead to the tab where it says scheduling instructions. If you have any text there, you want to erase it. You want to click the image icon, insert your image. I want to do the last image first, and then I'm going to add it in and let it upload. Once it's uploaded, I want to click before the picture and add the second to last photo. And I'm going to continue to do the same process, making sure that I'm uploading it and clicking in front of the image. That by clicking in front of the image, making sure you see that black line in front of that image is going to ensure that when this is all uploaded, it's flush. There will be no spaces or anything in between your custom SVG files that you have saved. And like I said, you just want to continue to do that until all of your footage is uploaded. And like I said before, this is going to be in a tab where you normally would type in and specify all your instructions. You just want to erase that and upload your files. Now that the files are uploaded, I'm going to go down and I'm going to save this. After it's saved, you also have the option to change anything that you want to change as far as like the color. So since we went ahead and did all white, as far as her background, I want to make sure that the background stays white. So here's where you're able to change. And as you can see, I just changed it yellow and I'm going to change it back white. And I'm just going to play around so you guys can kind of see the difference in the options as far as changing it. So what this does is it pretty much allows you to customize your page to any color that you want. You're able to make the background black if your SVG files are black. You can make it gray. You can make it white. You can make it whatever color you want to make it. We're going to keep hers white because it's going to keep it flush with the files that we just customized. Once that's all done, you want to make sure that it's saved once you pick what you want. So lastly, and most importantly, you need to make sure that your setting is set to monthly under your customize appearance tab, because being set to monthly is going to give you the option to customize your color, which is the tabs that I just showed you in the last page. It needs to be set to monthly and not daily. This way it will look like this, which is so pretty. It looks so clean and flush and professional. It gives all the information that's needed to your clients right away. They don't have to be afraid that there's any secrets or hidden agendas or fine prints. They get to learn all about you, all about your policy, and they're able to book with confidence. This will increase your bookings and make your clients feel so much more confident moving forward with booking you. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment down below and let me know if you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I appreciate you guys and look forward to seeing you in the next video.